Hey guys, I'm Allison Walker. So now that the buzz over the Super Bowl ads is kind of dying down, what's next for the companies and the celebrities we liked seeing the most? Joining us right now is Executive Creative Director of Dalton Agency, Kevyn Faulkenberry. Kevyn, thanks for being with us, my friend.
My pleasure.
Appreciate that. So let's talk about the celebs first, okay? Because we had that mini Full House reunion that I kind of geeked out over, the mini Seinfeld reunion as well. What would we be surprised to know about how these stars land that gig?
I think the first thing is that usually during the conceptual process, we're looking for stars that either playing with type or against type, because you either want that surprise factor like Snickers did a couple years ago with Betty White, or you want something like Yoga did last night with Full House, something that kind of brings the audience in that they're trying to go after. So you're looking for one of those things, and usually you kind of come up with a short list. So just because they're the celebrity that made the spot is not necessarily who that commercial was necessarily concepted around. So a lot of times because of schedules and demands and other things, you wind up having to, sort of punt in the fourth quarter to make the spot work for the celebrity that you get.
I gotcha. I mean, watching John Stamos kiss that lady during the Greek yogurt commercial, I mean, you'd think that sales would go up. I'm just saying, Kevyn. But as through your research, probably not. Why?
Really, a lot of Super Bowl advertisers take the long game. They're looking at overall, how do we get our audience to build a relationship with our brand? So they're looking at more brand loyalty, likability, trying to build that thing so that later on, maybe when they're in the buying purchase decision mode, maybe 2 weeks down the road, a month down the road, they're thinking back to, wow, I like that spot, or they speak to me in a way that the other brand I'm looking at doesn't. So it's all about how do you get more people to like you?
What is the best thing that these companies can do moving forward to kind of keep that conversation going?
I think you see a lot of the trend now is, used to be you just bought a Super Bowl spot, you launched it during the game, and that was it. And now it's all about the pre-hype, during the game, how do you engage the fans on Twitter, how do you engage them in social, and then the post-hype, how do you keep that tail going as long as you can? Is there a Twitter hashtag involved? Is there a sweepstakes? Is there some kind of online promotion that kind of extends it? So it's really how big a window, how much, and that's why 90% of the spots are released before the actual Super Bowl. So used to be Super Bowl spots unveiling was like a big deal. And now most of the advertisers want to release that spot beforehand. That 35 million people saw the Puppy Love spot for Budweiser before it ever ran on the Super Bowl.
The feel of the ads overall was more rainbows and puppies than like insensitive or mean-spirited stuff.
A lot more sincerity, a lot more feel-good emotional tie-in. Humor, like in previous years where it's been all humor, kind of you saw a little less of that this year. It was more how do you connect on an emotional level with the audience? And there's some advertisers did a very good job of that.
Is that an indicator of what you think we can expect for commercials this year?
I believe so. I think people want to be reassured. They want to feel good about themselves and about the brands that they're doing business with. So I think you'll see a lot of people looking for what is that emotional hook? What is it that people want to feel when they are buying my product that I can communicate?
And with the cost of a 30-second spot up, 70% over the last decade?
Right.
Let's look ahead to 2015. What do you think is going to be the most expensive spot next year?
I think you're going to see spots, continuing to go up. So $4 million this year, $5 million next year. I think the production value on a lot of these spots are still another, $1 or $2 million. Then you have all the PR plans pre and post. You're looking probably $7 million investment for a company that really wants to do the Super Bowl right.
Wow, just pocket change. Exactly. You know how that works. Soda, chips, beer, those really stick out, at least for me, from what I've seen. I mean, do they think we're going to just leave the game and go out and stock up our pantry? Why those things consistently?
I think you see they're a lot high consumption. They're transactional, so you make impulse buys, and so when you see the game and you have some kind of, brand epiphany about that company, you'll be more likely to try that because it's not a huge investment. And if you like it, you continue on. So getting new customers is something that they definitely try to do.
Kevyn Faulkenberry, thank you so much for your time, my friend. Great insight. We really appreciate it.
Oh, my pleasure.
You got it. All right, you guys, for News 13, I'm Allison Walker.